The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now here come the Saints, about to begin their first possession, and the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Jameis going to look to throw right away. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's Winston. On a slant, complete to Michael Thomas. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 4 catches, 60 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. Shaquille Barrett coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Shaq Barrett's motor just keeps on running in Tampa Bay. Another 10 sacks for him in 2021. He's up to 37 in 3 seasons with the Buccaneers.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Well, for a little bit we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Following the interception, Winston gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the 2 to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won this, the ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return will stop right around the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
He's been fortunate in one sense. I mean, he's thrown the 2 interceptions. That's not fortunate. The good news is haven't led to points on either one of those picks. So a fresh start here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Evans' 1,000-yard streak to start his career remains intact and is now at 8 years strong. And in his 8th season, came a career-high 14 touchdown catches as well. Another similar season, and Mike Evans will cross the 10,000-yard milestone this year. Easy first down pickup for the superstar wideout.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. He'll dump this one off here to White. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 11.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now a play fake. Brady. Over the middle to Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. The Bucs had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 14 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game planning and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep, a Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Winston. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this out to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. From the gun, Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Running the jet sweep, Landry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Winston.
47-yard line.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will have the 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston now. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7. Winston, throw it, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. And CD, that's the 2nd time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A 4-yard gain. Brings up
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Prentice, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before. The smaller guy turned a little more power and scored.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
What's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's coordinated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat. A Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Now left side on this swing pass. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Kamara up the middle. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Brady now to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones.
Brady's pass complete to Julio Jones. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Brady to Gage for a Tampa first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Clock running, the Bucs trying to go quickly and get set.
Brady's throw there complete.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Shotgun now for Brady. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Jameis to throw it. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Winston. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
First down, Winston. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 10. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Waiting to throw on second down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, they end up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Brady's throw there and incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. William Golston just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. He's got room past the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Kamara will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a safe touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. So a great second effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a second effort. I think a third effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Brady. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, here's White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now they'll throw with Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down at the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
They go play action. Winston.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
he was defended by Jamel Dean.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try.
From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over.
And he had the touchdown of the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And his throw is incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Winston now from the 50. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He gets it to Thomas. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try it too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara
To the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Winston. And Thomas has it.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Coming left is Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. To throw, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Winston to the sideline here on fourth down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
So out come the Bucs now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Brady now on first down. Completes it again to Gage. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Brady to throw. It's caught. This is White. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Here's Brady. This is White on the screen. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. That throw by Brady incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Defense.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Russell Gage, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know what?
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Kamara. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So here's Brady and the Bucs. Down by 8. A minute 8 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Brady to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To throw is Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you have both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for the Saints, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.